Okay, so the next one, and this may be really elementary to some of y'all, but they want us to plot these points, and they give us points, and they want us to tell them which quadrant they're in or the axis each point lies. So I'm going to rewrite my points real quick so that you can see the full graph. So we have negative 4, 4, 0, negative 1, and negative 6, negative 4. Alright, so on this, I'm going to tangent real quick and go on this side. So when they ask for which quadrant it lies, so this is our first quadrant, and this is where the x is positive and the y is positive. And remember, when we're graphing points, that it's always x first and y second. So then this is our second quadrant, and over here our x is negative and our y is still positive. Then this is our third, having to make it dark, and over here we have negative x and negative y. And then in the fourth quadrant we have positive x and negative y. Okay, so now then when we go to graph these, negative 4, 4, x is negative 4, y is positive 4. 0, negative 1, so x is 0, we didn't go anywhere, negative 1, we went down. On this one, this would be on the y-axis. Then we have negative 6, negative 4, and that would be in the third quadrant. So second quadrant, third quadrant, y-axis. And I'm sure y'all can all relate that to your problems, math problems. Now then, find the distance between point 1 and point 2 is what that means, between the given points, point 1 and point 2. So they give us the distance formula, and it's on that sheet I've already showed y'all, so just be sure you print that out. And when you go to take your test, have these all wrote down, because you're probably going to want them, unless you just memorize them all because you have no life like me. Okay, so on this one we're going to have the square root of our x2, so 5 subtract 0 squared, because x2 subtract x1, plus we're going to have y2 subtract y1 squared. So we're going to have the square root of 5 subtract 0 would be 5 squared, plus 6 subtract 0 would be 6 squared. So I'm going to have 25 plus 36. 5 and 6, 1, carry the 1, 61. Square root of 61, 9 doesn't go into that, 4 doesn't go into it. That's it. So this would be our answer on this one. There are some exceptions on this. I've seen a couple of them. If you had something that ended up like, this is a complete tangent too, y'all. If you had something like the square root of 20, on this one, they say that 4 times 5 equals, I'm going to make a line because I'm going to post this on else thing. This 4 times 5 is 20, but the square root of 4 is 2, so this would be 2 square root of 5. So there's some of them when they're going to want you to simplify them farther. So you can always try and type this in, and if it doesn't work, we're going to have to find something that has a square root to make it the answer that they want.